Marty from sweetpepperstudios.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am coming at you with a super cute gift idea that you could start prepping now for your Christmas gifts. The one I will be showing you specifically today is this adorable Post-it note holder, perfect for teachers or those educational workers in your life. It is so adorable. There are some other Post-it note holders already out there on YouTube, but what's different about mine is that I've actually adjusted the measurements slightly to work better with these pen grips. And I'll show you those more closely in a minute, but this is so cute. And they're super easy and quick to make, so today's video will be just that. So we'll jump right into it. You will need a couple of supplies. You can get all of these at the dollar store. I got mine specifically at Dollarama. The first one is this pack of Post-it note holders. You get 5 pretty colors, and you can make 5 Post-it note holders with these and color coordinate it. So you can get a pack of those, only $1.50, and then you can get a pack of these really rather adorable pens actually. They come in 5 colors, and you get 10 in the pack. These are only $2.50. So this really is an inexpensive gift. They come pink, these orange ones, the purple, the green, and they also come in blue, but I've used a couple of those already from the pack. And I'll show you some other Post-it note holder examples and give you some ideas at the end of this video. So when I said I adjusted the measurements, I really adjusted to fit these grips. These grips tend to be a slightly thicker than what the normal Post-it note holder measurements allow for, and I found that you really had to kind of jam it in, and that just really risks the holder getting ripped where you put the pen in. And so you really want these to try to last as long as possible for the gift recipient. So I've adjusted the measurements slightly to accommodate the thicker grip. So with that, we'll start with our piece of Whisper White cardstock. Now, this does measure 3.5 inches by 7 5/8 of an inch. And we're going to do some scoring. So I'll just bring my scoreboard over here. There we go. And we're going to add 3 score marks. So we're going to score at 3 1/8 of an inch. So that's right here. At 3.5 inches. And then again at 4 inches. Okay, so we can go ahead and just fold on those lines. Keep that scoreboard out because we're going to use it as a guide for our cutting. So you can bring in your bone folder just to burnish those edges. And just make sure that this paper is lined up nicely. And we'll do one more. There we go. So we do need to add 2 cuts in there, and for that I'm just using my craft knife, which is also from Dollarama. I think it was only $2, and it comes with 5 replacement blades. And let me tell you, this is like the sharpest knife ever. So it's a really good purchase. So what you're going to do when you have this all folded is you're going to make sure that the bigger part in between these 2 score lines here is closest to you, because we want to make sure that we're cutting on the right side, and we want to cut, you know, sort of closer to the left here. So I'm just going to use my scoreboard and be able to cut inside the grooves. So you're just going to do a straight line from the first score line to the 3rd score line. And same with the next one. There you go. And then you'll just end up with something like that. If you end up with little frays, don't worry about that. Take your paper snips and you can just clean it up a little bit if you need to. just clean up a little bit here. And there we go. Okay, so that's the last time we're going to use our scoreboard. And then we can start building the holder itself. So with this part at the top and the thicker side on the left, it's going to fold over like this. So this is the basic shape of your Post-it note holder. So we're going to open it up, and then we're going to come in with our tear and tape adhesive and add a couple of pieces on the biggest part of the score lines. So just like that. Okay. And we're not going to do anything else right yet because we want to decorate the front of our Post-it note holder. I have a piece of this gingham gala DSP. It's something I had on hand, and this one is going to measure 3 1/4 inches by 7 2/8 of an inch. And we can go ahead and put that right on the front using our Snail adhesive. Now I'm going to use the bigger gingham gala on the other side as my front this time. And you're just going to center that as much as possible. Fantastic. And then with this, because I want this adorable apple, I'm going to bring out the Harvest Hellos bundle. That is the stamp set and this adorable apple punch that also doubles as a pumpkin, which is fantastic. So I am going to grab a spare piece of cherry cobbler cardstock, garden green cardstock, and I have a piece of early espresso as well. So I'm going to go ahead and punch out the apple. Now you will get all 3 shapes on your punch out, but you can just discard the other 2 because we only need this apple shape for that in cherry cobbler. And then we're going to use excuse me, a piece of garden green for the leaf. So you can just punch out that leaf there. Perfect. And then your stem with early espresso. There you have your 3 pieces. Now before I put this together and start building the apple itself, I'm going just to add a little bit of color to this apple. So I'm going to bring in my sponge dauber. So another hint, this is also from the dollar store. It's just a lipstick holder. I believe it was $3. Perfect storage for your daubers. So I'm just going to take my black dauber and my Momentum ink, and I'm just going to add a little bit of color around the edges. Not all sides, but just a little bit around. And I'll also just add some color over top, just very lightly on both sides of the front. And I think this just adds a little bit of definition. And so hopefully you could see that there. Okay, and I will set the Momentum aside for now. Oops, I got a little washi tape petal there. And next I'm going to do the same with the little leaf using my garden green ink and my garden green sponge dauber. And I'm just going to do the one side. Just some definition at the top there. Hopefully you could see that. Try to get that a little bit closer. Okay. So now we could start building our apple. So just with the Snail adhesive, I'm just going to add a little bit of Snail right at the bottom of the stem. And we're going to put that in right in behind in the middle of the apple. And we're going to put some Snail at the back of the leaf, and we're just going to sit that at the front. And then you have this adorable little apple already. So cute. And we're going to take our Snail again, and we're going to adhere that right on the front of the holder, just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my Post-it notepad, and because we're going to be gluing it on here, I like to add an extra layer just so it's a little bit more sturdy. So I have a 3" by 3" piece of Whisper White cardstock here, and we are going to adhere this piece to the back of the Post-it notepad. And again, it just adds a little bit more sturdiness. I'm just going to use my Snail adhesive, and we're just going to line that up, put it right on there. If there is a little bit excess like there is here, you can just go ahead and trim that. There we go. And then you have a little bit on this side too, so I'll just trim that down once more. There we go. So it just adds a little sturdiness to the back. And before we glue it down to our holder, we are going to fold it. So you can go ahead and take off that top layer of the tear and tape adhesive. And you're going to fold that right over. If you want to, bring in your bone folder just to press it down a little bit. And you can go ahead and pop the little holder out, and then you've got your shape. Now to adhere the Post-it note holder, I'm going to use the Tumble liquid glue. I'm just going to put a light coating behind, and then we're going to put this right in the Post-it note holder. Make sure that you're putting it the right way. And you're almost going to put it right up against that side panel. And you'll get this nice white even border all the way around. So just give that a little press. And fold that over and give it a little press as well. If you even want to turn it to the back side, you can take your bone folder and go over that. But isn't that so cute already? So cute. So then we can add our sentiment. So I'm just taking a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock, and we are going to use the To an A+ Teacher sentiment in our Momentum ink. Now I already have this adhered to my block, so I'm just going to come in and put that down. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim that a bit. Just coming to go all the way around. And I will leave a little patch of white off to the side. And here I'm just going to create a banner. So I'm going to slit it in the middle and then bring up 2 snips to create that little banner. I'm actually just going to straighten that out a little bit. There we go. And we're just going to adhere this to the front of the Post-it note holder using a couple of dimensionals. I'm just going to put that just at the bottom there. There we go. Now I'm just going to come in with a piece of twine. And with that, I'm just going to make a quick bow. Make sure I got that good. And then we're going to take a glue dot, and I'm sort of just going to roll it up in a little ball. So you just get this little piece. And I'm going to stick that behind the bow. And then we're just going to adhere that right beside the sentiment. And we're just going to trim down these ends just a little bit. And then you are done your Post-it note holder. Actually, we're just got to add in the pen, and as you can see, that fits in nicely, it goes in smooth, and then you have your completed gift. Isn't this so cute? And it's ready to gift your teachers or educational assistants and other educational workers, or this makes the perfect craft fair item, which is also what I plan to do. So it's going to be gifts and craft fair. Now I will bring in a couple of more that I have done, which is this cute snowman, so adorable. This really elegant one that I did with the blue. And there's also this one that I made with the floral essence bundle. So that's the stamp set and the punch with the purple and the blue paper. And there you have it. It's just so pretty. The possibilities are really endless with this one. So I do hope you enjoyed today's video tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me on my 12 Weeks Christmas video tutorial series. If you don't already subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And you'll find all of the links to today's products available in my online store, as I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. And I really appreciate you joining me today, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!